ついでだ。
The movie tells the story of three young men who are students at a samurai college, training together in katana fighting. The youths, Kinpei, Shinosookay, and Iwane, have known each other since childhood and have been close friends for many years. All three come from the same countryside and decided to pursue their dream of becoming samurai by attending the college. They were raised by their respective families with the strong belief that they would carry on their family's legacy and become true samurai. In their final katana fighting practice, Kinpei, who had just defeated Shinosookay, challenged Iwane to step forward and face him in a duel. Iwane was known for his calm demeanor when facing opponents, which helped him become one of the best samurai at the college. His katana technique, known as the sleepy sword, was legendary. Within seconds, he defeated Kinpei in their match. Their samurai master, clearly proud, praised Iwane for his extraordinary swordsmanship. A few days later, Iwane, Shinosookay, and Kinpei decided to climb a hill near their college. They made the journey together to reflect and talk before they returned to their hometowns. During their conversation, it was revealed that Shinosookay had married Kinpei's younger sister before coming to college. As a result, Kinpei had become Shinosookay's brother-in-law. Meanwhile, Iwane revealed his own plans to marry another younger sister of Kinpei's, named Nao. He briefly recalled a promise he had made to Nao, vowing to marry her once his training at the samurai college was completed. Excited to reunite with Nao, he couldn't wait to return to the village. After a long journey, the three friends finally arrived at their hometowns and returned to their respective homes. When Iwane arrived, he greeted his parents with a bow. They welcomed him warmly, proud of his accomplishments. His mother shared some wonderful news, telling him that preparations for his marriage to Nao were already well underway. Meanwhile, Kinpei, who had arrived at his house, was warmly welcomed by all his family members. He then brings a stroke medicine that he brought from the samurai school. On the other hand, in the middle of Shinosuke's journey to his house, he meets his uncle, Rayan. Uncle Rayan invites him to stop by a brothel in their village. Arriving at the brothel, Uncle Rayan told Shinosuke that his wife had an affair with an old man named Lizen. He gave Shinosuke a hair clip that belonged to his wife that he had given as their wedding gift. He claimed to have found the hair clip in a shop. He then said that his wife was currently wearing a tortoiseshell-shaped hair clip, which was thought to be a gift from Lizen. Hearing his uncle's explanation, Shinosuke felt very angry and jealous of his wife. That night when Shinosuke arrived at his house, he didn't say anything and looked straight at the hair clip his wife was wearing. After seeing the tortoiseshell hair clip, as told by Uncle Ryan earlier, he became furious and uncontrollable. He felt that he had been betrayed by his wife. Without thinking, he immediately slashed his wife's neck until she died. Shortly after, a servant from Shinosukai's house came to Kinpei's house to inform him that his younger sister had been killed by Shinosuke. Hearing this, Kinpei and some of his bodyguards immediately went to Shinosukai's house. Kinpei felt very sad and angry after seeing his dead sister helplessly in front of him. He called Shinosukai, who was inside the house, to come out and talk to him. He then asked Shinosukai what the reason he killed his younger sister was. Shinosuke told everything he had heard from Uncle Ryan about his wife's infidelity without hesitation. Hearing that, Kinpei felt very disappointed in Shinosuke, who believed the words of a drunkard like Uncle Ryan and didn't ask his wife first. Uncle Ryan suddenly appeared and cut off the conversation between Kinpei and Shinosuke. He claims that what he said about the affair of Shinosukai's wife was true and not a baseless accusation. The situation between Kinpei and Shinosuke became increasingly tense. When Uncle Rayan was about to fight Kinpei with his katana sword, Kinpei quickly killed him first. Shinosuke, who felt disapproved of Kinpei's actions, then showed the hair clip that his uncle had given him. Seeing the hair clip, one of the servants in the house said that Shinosuke's wife had lost the hair clip a long time ago and had been trying to find the hair clip everywhere. Shinosuke's wife then decided to buy a tortoiseshell hair clip at the market to welcome his arrival. From this point, Shinosuke began to realize that this was all an evil plan of Uncle Rayan, who wanted to destroy his household. When Kinpei was about to take his younger sister's corpse back home, Shinosuke suddenly stopped him and intended to attack Kinpei with his katana sword from behind. But Kinpei swiftly turned around and immediately killed Shinosuke with one slash of his katana sword. The incident of the murder of Kinpei's sister by Shinosuke and the murder of Shinosookay by Kinpei have been known by village officials. Village officials decided to arrest and punish Kinpei for his murder. On the other hand, Iwane gets news from his younger sister that Shinosookay has been killed by Kinpei. Hearing the news, he was shocked and couldn't believe that the two friends had fought to kill each other. His younger sister explains that Shinosookay's wife only wants to help Nao. After finding out that Lizen likes Nao and is always after her, Shinosookay's wife sends a letter to Lizen to stay away from Nao. However, when Lizen sent a reply letter to Shinosookay's wife, Uncle Ryan began to spread rumors about the affair between her and Lizen. In the middle of the conversation between Iwane and his siblings, Iwane's father suddenly told him that Kinpei had come to Lizen's house to kill him. Hearing this, Iwane immediately went to meet Kinpei at Lizen's house. Before Iwane left, he left a gift for his little sister to give to Nao. He was worried that if something bad happened to him later, he would not have time to give the gift to Nao. When Iwane arrived at Lizen's house, he was surrounded by members of the village police. Several police officers who had entered Lizen's house were killed by Kinpei instantly. Iwane realized that Kinpei was furious, and he asked the police chief for permission to speak to him. After Iwane entered, he immediately shouted loudly, telling the truth he had heard from his younger sister. He tells Kinpei that what he is doing right now has crossed the line. Kinpei came out with a body full of bloodstains from the people he had killed. He then asked Iwane to have a sword fight with him. Iwane is willing to comply with Kinpei's wishes and hopes that he can still persuade him to surrender himself to the police. However, when the fierce battle between Iwane and Kinpei took place, Iwane began to realize that Kinpei could no longer be controlled because he had been trapped by his own anger. Iwane was forced to kill Kinpei so that there would be no more bloodshed. Iwane, who had seen Kinpei, his childhood friend, die in front of him, felt very sad and guilty. As a result, all of Kinpei's families, including Nao, were expelled from their village by village officials. Before Nao left the village, Iwane's younger sister had already given Nao the gift Iwane had prepared. The scene changes to a moment a few years later. Iwane has now wandered to another village and works as a fish butcher in a restaurant. That day, Iwane, who had just returned from where he worked, the house owner named Jinbing came to collect the monthly rent from him. But Iwane still doesn't have enough money to pay the rent. Jinbing then took Iwane to a gold currency exchange shop called the Imazuya shop, so he could apply for a job as a bodyguard. Unfortunately, the gold currency exchange shop owner has already got 4 new bodyguards. Then, a girl named Ajin appears as a staff member at the shop and turns out to be the daughter of Jinbing. Ajin suggested to Jinbing to bring Iwane home because she thought that a fish butcher would not be able to become a bodyguard. When Jinbing and Iwane were about to go home, suddenly, several men appeared and made a commotion in the place because they failed to deceive the Imazuya shop manager with counterfeit silver money. During the fight between Imazuya's 4 bodyguards and the group of troublemakers, a middle-aged man named Kichiamon, the shop owner, appeared. The battle becomes even more fierce because there is a samurai among the group of troublemakers. Iwane offers himself to fight the samurai. Jinbing, who doesn't know Iwane is a samurai, tries to prevent him from joining the fight. But in the end, Iwane was able to defeat the samurai with his flagship sleepy sword stance.
ついでだ。
After seeing Iwane's fighting prowess, he was hired as a new bodyguard by Kichimon at the shop. After that, Kichimon then explained that the origin of the commotion tonight was caused by the government's policy of conducting a new circulation of money. One of the money exchange shops opposed this policy, namely Awa House. The new money circulation policy could cause Awa House's money exchange business to go bankrupt. That's why Awa House did everything to lower the value of the Southern silver coin currency and fight against the Imazuya shop that had supported the government's policy. The next day, Ajin came to Iwane's place to explain his working hours as Imazuya's shop guard and provide wages for his work last night. In the evening, Iwane holds a meeting with 2 of Imazuya's other bodyguards and asks them to observe the Awa House shop manager's movements and the henchmen. In the following days, one of the guards discovered that several of the men of the management of Awa House were planning to attack Imazuya with 2 mercenary samurai. Unfortunately, the whereabouts of Imazuya's bodyguards were discovered by Awa House's management staff. The The bodyguard was chased by the other men managing Awa House, but he managed to escape luckily. One of the other bodyguards immediately came to meet Iwane and told him about the evil plans of the Awa House manager. Iwane then came to meet Kichiemon and told him the news he had received earlier, that the manager of Awa House would attack Imazuya's shop tonight. He then explained that the mastermind of all this chaos was the manager of Awa House and the owner of Awa House named Rakuzai. At night, Kichiemon meets Iwane and says he already knows his past. Kichiemon advises Iwane to return to his hometown after his trauma heals. In the middle of their conversation, two mercenary samurai suddenly appeared and prepared to attack Kichiemon. It turned out that the two samurai only acted as a distractor because one of Awa House's men, Toguru, had already targeted Kichiemon and was about to attack him. Fortunately, Iwane could prevent Toguru's attack and managed to save Kichiemon. Toguru and his two mercenary samurai turned to attack Iwane, but Iwane managed to defeat them with his katana sword skills. After that, Ajin came to Iwane's room to help treat the sword wound on Iwane's back. Feeling comfortable with Ajin's presence, Iwane told her about himself and his dark past, including his love story with Nao, which is currently still unclear. Many people gathered at Imazuya's shop a few days later to exchange Southern silver coins for gold coins. As a result, the exchange rate of Southern silver coins is at risk of falling. It turned out that all of this was still part of Rakuzai's plan to deliberately exchange 13.1 Southern silver coins so that people would sell the money back to Imazuya's shop, which had an 8.1 exchange rate for gold coins. This could cause the Southern silver coin exchange rate to drop further and the money changer shop Imazuya in danger of going bankrupt. A few days later, some people came to the money changer shop in Awa House to buy many Southern silver coins. As a result, the Awa House shop, short of Southern silver coins, began mixing the money with counterfeit silver coins. When an Oiran came to the Awa House shop to buy Southern silver coins, several security guards came to check the authenticity of the silver coins sold by the Awa House shop. Upon inspection, it was discovered that most of the money sold by the Awa House shop was counterfeit. Security officers then arrested the manager of the Awa House shop, while Rakuzai, the owner of the Awa House shop, managed to escape. In the evening, several men who previously came to buy Southern silver coins from the Awa House shop came to Kichiemon's place to meet Imazuya's managers, Iwane and Ajin. It turned out that the attempt to buy large amounts of Southern silver coins was a plan from Iwane and Kichiemon to trap the Awa House shop. However, Kichiemon is still not satisfied because Rakuzai managed to escape from detention by the security forces. After the meeting, Ajin approached Iwane and asked him to immediately go look for Nao, as the problem at Imazuya's shop was almost resolved. Just as Ajin was about to return home, a mercenary samurai suddenly appeared and took her hostage. The mercenary samurai had come with Rakuzai to attack Iwane for destroying Rakuzai's business. When Rakuzai ordered his mercenary samurai to kill Iwane, the mercenary samurai instead killed Rakuzai from behind. He explained that he was tired of being Rakuzai's errand boy. A tense battle between Iwane and the mercenary samurai ensued. Initially, Iwane was injured several times, as the mercenary samurai's sword-fighting skills were formidable. However, Iwane managed to defeat his opponent, though he was severely injured this time. After the fight, Iwane left the scene, planning to search for Nao. When Iwane visited the samurai college, one of the teachers handed him a letter. The letter was from Nao, who was currently working as an Oiran in a well-known brothel. In the letter, Nao explained that after her family was expelled from the village, they struggled to make ends meet. Her father's worsening illness required expensive medical treatment, which is why Nao decided to work as an Oiran to support her family. Nao expressed her love for Iwane, but asked him to forget her. Upon reading the letter, Iwane immediately went to find Nao, determined to prevent her from leaving. That evening, Nao and her crew performed traditional music in the city streets. Iwane, having learned of her whereabouts, rushed toward her, pleading for her to return. After struggling through the crowd, Iwane finally reached Nao. Hearing his call, Nao turned around to see Iwane's face one last time. She kissed the gift he had given her before continuing on her journey, leaving Iwane behind. Sometime later, Iwane returned to Jinbing's rental house. That day, he ran out of rice and asked Jinbing for help in finding a new job. Shortly after, Ajin appeared and informed Iwane that Kichimon had asked him to return to work as a bodyguard at his shop. The film concludes with a scene of Iwane and Ajin walking toward Kichimon's house. Ajin harbors feelings for Iwane and hopes to be with him. Ajin's father, proud of them both, believes that Iwane and Ajin will make a perfect couple in the future. So, what did you think of the movie? Leave it in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more movie recaps. See you in the next video.